Okay, what's up, traders? Here with Andre and
What's
obviously
up?
from edgeful. We got a few things that we want to discuss. We can talk about markets today. We'll speak about a few things that are working for the edgeful users, like myself. And then obviously we have some updates with regards to the algos, which you guys would have heard on my pre-market stream. But
Yep.
yeah, and then before we get into it, make sure to go check edgeful out. The link is in my bio. You can get a 7-day free trial there, of course. But yeah, go check them out. We'll obviously cover a few things here. But yeah, what's up, Andre?
What's up, man? It's good to talk to you as always. Appreciate having me on. So we were just talking off air about just really what I wanted to touch on quickly is traders that trade a certain risk to reward. So I've spoken to thousands of traders. I'm sure you have too now. What I have seen is that traders always get attracted to this 2R with like roughly a 50% win rate. Like when you come into trading as a new trader, everyone's like, oh, your winners are twice the size of your losers. You win half the time. That's a profitable strategy. Yep. Yes, in theory it is, but the issue is that you also need to hold on to your winners to that 2R target. So typically a 2-to-1 risk to reward strategy is going to have like roughly, or usually a little bit less, a 50% win rate. So if you don't hold to your 2R target and you're trading a 50% win rate strategy, you are not profitable. So if it's anything less than 2R, you are not going to be profitable in the long term, which is obviously a massive problem. So for anyone who's new, any new traders, typically one of the biggest issues for new traders is that you are not going to be able to hold onto your winners. Trade a strategy that has a risk to reward of 1 or less, but make sure the win rate is very high. Also, psychologically, a higher win rate is a lot easier to deal with because you're not going to take as many losers, obviously. So you can have more confidence. You can build up your confidence slowly, and your equity curve is rather smooth. So it's my one piece of advice for anyone who's new is trade a strategy that has a higher win rate with a lower risk to reward.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that. And we can actually cover that a little bit now. So let's just speak about a little bit more about markets today, Andre. If you can just pull up I want you to speak about the nice winning orb trade longs today on NQ, which obviously was really, really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, now obviously it might be different for someone else because I will show on the screen, but you can automate. And someone was actually showing me. So I met up with a guy that trades and that I used to actually coach, and he just said, listen, dude, I got no time to actually do the trading for me. My work's taking up too much time. I said, well, great, because edgeful are coming out with automation in the next couple of days, and actually you can take the trade for you. And he was like, well, what strategies are you trading? And I was showing him the orb strategy, and he went back and tested it. And I was just giving them the basic orb strategy, like target 0.5 R with a 0.5 R percent of the of the orb strat. And he was like, oh, dude, I need an 80% win rate. I'm like, no, you really don't. You need a 60% kind of at like 1-to-1 that's going to make money long term. But that was just the basics. Now, you can obviously only trade breakdowns, only trade breakouts on certain days. You can configure the whole backend that will obviously ultimately affect your profitability. But I think today was a pretty neat. I'm running mine personally. I run 0.5 R stops and 0.5 R of the orb take profits. But sometimes I actually have like a 0.8 R of the orb stop and a 0.5 R of the take profit. But let's just speak about the longs that were working today, and then and if you can bring up your screen there. So let's speak about that, and then let's remove mine.
Pull up my screen, right? Yep.
There we go. Okay. Yep, there we go.
So the longs here that he's talking about are right over here. So you can see this is actually, so the settings that I have, like the default settings here, are just a little bit further out. So the profit target hasn't been hit yet. But just so you guys can see an example of this, I'll go to yesterday, or I'll go to Friday quick. You can see here that with like no thinking required, this is a 42-point move on NQ. So if you're trading with a prop firm, if you're trading with your personal capital, it doesn't really matter. You can catch a 42-point move using the edgeful algos. The entry, the targets, the stop losses are all determined for you. Now, the important piece is that it is fully, we have just released today the full automation. So here, this is the list of some of the brokers and prop firms that were like that you can actually integrate into edgeful and actually automate your algos with edgeful. So the main key criteria is that there has to be a Trade-Evade integration. So we have no affiliation with any of these prop firms. Just so you guys know, there's zero affiliation between Edgeful and this. Like, we're not vouching for them. We're not saying that they're the best. We're not saying anything. The only criteria is that they have the ability to connect to Tradeovate. So that's the important piece. So I just want to make that really clear to you guys, that even if the prop firm that you trade is not on this list, but they have a Tradeovate integration, then you should be able to connect it to the Edgeful algos. And then from there, you can have a full automation. So whether you're at work, whether you're driving or with your family, or you just hesitate on your entries, that all goes away now, because it will actually take the trades for you. So this is what we released today. We've had the algos out for a while, but now we have the automation, so where you can actually plug in your broker, and now everything is done for you, literally from A to Z. It doesn't mean that you should stop trading with your discretion either. You can always have a different account where you start to play around with your trades there, because like at the end of the day, like, we all love trading, and that's the reason we're in this game. Like, you don't want to just be completely detached from it, but this is a much higher probability way to actually make money over time. Because, and I'm going to pull up one of the algos and the back test of one of the algos here. This is actually the ES-IB strategy. This is the back test year to date on a $10,000 account, trading 2 ES contracts, 2 minis. The drawdown is 35%. The return is $45,000. Took 170 trades. The win rate is 62%, and the profit factor is 1.7. So here, this is just one of the algos that we have. We have 3 right now, one for the gap fill, one for the IB, and one for the orb. I'll pull up the back test on the orb now. So you can see year to date, $16,000 trading only 1 NQ mini. So obviously you would scale up your position size. Like if you go from 10,000 and now you're at 25,000, like you're obviously going to go to like 2 or 3 minis from there. But you can see 19% drawdown here, 68% win rate, 1.6 profit factor. So if you're trading with a prop firm, you're trying to pass a challenge, what is the number one thing that you need? You need a higher win rate so you can get away from that drawdown quick. You want a fast liftoff. You don't want to start your strategy in drawdown. So the orb algo, from what I've seen, is the best one if you trade with prop firms. So here, and you can see this was Friday here, and go ahead.
Sorry, I wanted to show how you can actually, you can't come in and just say, this is the strategy that I'm trading, the default one. You actually have to show how you can actually change the settings on the algo there.
Yeah, so one of the things that's really important is that we don't want to tell you guys, like, this is the best one.
Correct. Yeah.
The reason that we say this is because at the end of the day, for example, I believe that there's 2 types of traders in terms of their personality. One of them is they like a higher win rate with a smaller risk to reward. And what that means is you don't care to catch the whole move. You want to take your money, you want to be green on the day, and you're on to the next day, right? That's one type of person. You want to bat for singles and doubles. You just want to take what you can get, and you don't care to leave money on the table. The other side is the type of people that cannot they cannot deal with leaving money on the table. So if I go, for example, I know that there was a pretty good example here the other day. Okay, this is a fine example, right? Let's say that you caught 50 points on the NQ here, but then it ran another 200 points after. There is a type of trader that is going to blow their account chasing this move because they just can't deal with leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
So the reason that we have released the algos the way that we did, and I'm going to get to what you're saying, James, in terms of like the actual settings, is because you have to be able to curate the algo based on your trading personality. So there are people that can only trade reversals. They want they want to go against the trend. That's their personality. Then there are people that say, I want to go with the trend. I'm going to hold on to the trend. I'm going to follow it. Those are 2 very different types of people. And yes, you could fit yourself into one or the other, but realistically, don't try to fit a square peg into a round hole. Just go with the one that suits you better. So what he's talking about is having these different settings in here. So you can change the profit target percentage, the stop loss percentage. You can change the minimum and maximum orb sizes. And you can also change, like you're going to have to change the settings based on whatever instrument you're trading. So if you're trading gold or oil, obviously the results are going to be different than for NQ. So what he's saying here is that the default settings, pretty much, like we've given you guys a really, really amazing foundation for the default settings. You can see that right over here.
Yep.
But the important piece is that you can squeeze a lot more out of this. So if I go here quickly, and let's just say,
you can optimize it. But what I want to show to someone is, you know, if you aren't, and I know, Andre, we've spoken about this in the background, if you are not having success in your trading and you continuously do the same things over and over again, like if you have not taken a payout or you're having trouble, you know, maybe you got to work and the algos are for you. These things make money. And what I'm talking about is from this is a back tested on TradingView from Tick Data. You know, you can come in, literally optimize everything that you would like to trade exactly how you want to trade. Maybe you want higher RR, exactly how, like what we're saying here. But this stuff works. If someone's once, as I said, last week I sat down and I had dinner with someone that he was not making money trading. And he was like, James, how do I was like, dude, the edgeful algos. Like how I trade my discretional trading is actually based around the edgeful orb algos on US markets, also on the DAX. Yeah. If you want to come and automate it though, because you can't actually be sitting in front of the screens trading, do this. And someone even said to me about, let me actually bring up my screen, about just from a discretional trading perspective about negative RR. Well, I want to show you this. If we just go over like this, let's bring up my performance stats. These are on some of my accounts over here that I've been trading from a discretional perspective. But look at this. This is one of the accounts, but this is one of the accounts. Let's go to this account here. I'm up $7,000 on this account. I'm trading at a 0.88 RR at an 81% win rate, trading discretional orb on US markets, right? Yeah. You can see I haven't had a losing trade on this, but this is just because I've just simplified my trading. And now what I'm going to do with the automation is I'll have a section of my accounts that will be running in the background, automated, doing their thing. And later on, I'll look to add maybe the RB algo and stuff like that. But for now, if you are not making money trading, the orbs algo is the way to go. Set it up to your specifications. As I said, like if you look over there, if you can just go again, Andre, if you can just show on the strategy, on the actual thing, how you change the settings, and you can actually go by Monday and Tuesday and everything like that. Look over there, you go to settings, look at this. You can change this to configure exactly how you want the algo to trade on the Monday, how you want it to trade on Tuesday, and then look, and you can look at the profit factor on this. And what I will say to look at the total amount of trades. This is year to date, right? This is year to date. That's 88 trades year to date. You're going to make money trading, right? If a 1.6 profit factor is not good enough for you, then I don't know what to say. Like get more accounts for you to make it worth more. But this is, I think that for someone that is not making money right now trading, the algos are the way to go.
Listen, it's at the end of the day, the biggest common denominator with failing traders is trading with their emotions. It's not even close. It's trading with their emotions, and they're not trading with the data. And I know it's corny for me to say that because it's like the tagline that we always use, but it's the truth, honestly. And the reason it has become the tagline was not because I was like sitting one day and like thinking, oh, what's the edgeful tagline? Like trade with data, not your emotions. It's because I literally used to say it on every single call to the users. Like you have to trade with the data and you cannot trade with your emotions. Like it just doesn't work, right? So if you are struggling, if you haven't figured out how to like trade discretionarily profitably, this takes out all of the thinking. Once you've set it up, and honestly, just for full disclosure, guys, like the default settings that are preloaded when you open this up on your TradingView are fantastic. This is like literally what I'm showing you here. Like this is incredible returns and incredible, like not only just returns, but like drawdown of less than 19%, 68% win rate, 1.6 profit factor. And there's one other thing that I want to show you guys that people like sleep on heavily. This algo has not taken more than 2 consecutive losers this entire year. So I'm going to show you guys the list of every single trade that this has taken. It has not taken more than 2 consecutive losers in all of 2025. So I'm going to scroll down and I want to show you guys this. Right here, 2 consecutive losers. Keep going. 2 consecutive losers. 2 consecutive losers.
Yep.
2 consecutive losers. 2. 2. That's it. It literally has not taken 3 losers in a row. And like, it is like hard to believe when people are saying, well, like, it doesn't fit my strategy. It doesn't fit how I like to trade. Now, if you are a swing trader, this is going to be pretty hard for you to do, but that's where the automation comes in. Like, you don't even have to do anything. You can just use the default settings and run it on NQ, and it literally has not taken more than 2 consecutive losers in all of 2025. Like, imagine how much money you could have saved yourself if you had just been using this instead of like torching every account that you have because like you want to trade some strategy that like you saw on YouTube that is like completely like out of the air. Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. So, and the back test is there. Like, you can, that's straight from the back test. And someone asked me, this is maybe another question to answer as well, Andre. Someone asked me today, how can we trust is the back test on TradingView trustworthy? What is your answer to that?
So TradingView has 50 million monthly active users. This is arguably the most reputable company in the trading space besides the regulated brokers like NinjaTrader or Tradevate. There is literally no company in the entire trading space that is more reputable than TradingView, and I have zero affiliation with them, but they literally have 50 million monthly active users globally. Like, if you don't trust this, then like, I don't know where you're going to get a back test from that you actually trust. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know where to go if you don't trust this. Also, just one other thing that you had said is there is no more possible information that we could give you to give you confidence in a strategy. And what that means is we give you the total P&L. We give you the drawdown. We give you the number of trades. We give you the win rate. We give you the profit factor. We give you the list of every single trade with the entry time, the exit time, the drawdown, the run-up, the cumulative profit. We give you the profit and loss on every single trade. Like, there's literally no more possible information that I could give you for you to have like confidence in this strategy. Like, not Warren Buffett could do it. Like, there's nobody that can do it. Like, there is no more possible information that you could need. Like, there is nothing else that we can give you. Like, every single piece of information is here. The run up, the drawdown, the list of trades, the entry time, the exit time, the entry price, the exit price, everything is here. There's like, if you want more, then like maybe just trading is not for you because you need to like hyper control everything. And like in the markets, we don't control the markets. So even for myself, like super, like I want everything in my control. I want to be able to hyper analyze everything. I have a background in finance and accounting. I used to work at Goldman Sachs. Trust me, if anyone wants to analyze stuff, it's me. I also own a software company that is purely data analytics. Like, if anyone wants to analyze stuff, you're looking at it. But there is literally no more information that I can give you guys.
I agree, dude. I don't know what more to actually say. Like, when someone says, oh, this is not good enough. Well, I honestly, I don't know. I understand, like, there's skepticism and everything like that with automation, algos. I agree. But the thing is, like, here's it in front of you. Just try it for 3 months. If you don't like it for 3 months and it sucks, leave it. But I know you won't find it afterwards. So, I agree with you. I don't know what more to do. The back test is all there. And that worst case scenario, try it for 3 months. You're down, dude. You're down $600 or $700. That's $250 a month. $299 a month for the algos. You're down $900. I'm sure you've torched $1,000 worth of combines or accounts in 3 months. You'll do way more than that.
I was literally about to say that, dude. People will run their credit cards on these evals, literally just gambling, hoping that they're gonna pass this eval based on zero strategy.
Agreed.
Like, and then they're like, well, I mean, this is honestly like most people don't have a problem. Like, for edgeful specifically, most people don't have a problem with the price because, like, obviously, like, it pays for itself. But like new people that are not familiar with edgeful, they're like, well, it's kind of expensive. It's $299 a month or whatever else. And I'm like, yeah, it's $2.99 a month. We're giving you a profitable strategy that you can customize and automate. How much do you want it to be? You want it to be $5 a month? Like,
yeah.
Like, come on, guys. Like, what do you expect? Like, we're giving you a strategy that literally works. This is your dream come true. Like, this is literally, I mean, I don't know what else to do here. Like, you're going to torture your credit card for well more than $2.99 a month, like, trying to pass these evals when we're like giving you everything that you could possibly need.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, like, I agree with you. I mean, I've seen some traders personally that I've worked with, because I know, dude, discretional trading, as you said, some people just cannot handle their emotions, and they'll blow through $1,000 to $2,000 of evals a month. But then when you say, oh, this thing costs $299, they're like, geez, that's expensive. I'm like, bro, you literally blew 5 combines or 5 accounts yesterday because you took 30 trades in the day. Whereas there was a clear NQ orb long that you would have been now automated, didn't even have to click a button. You know, so and please, guys, also another point, just from another angle, do not, once you automate your strategy, do not, you put on the automation, do not come in and fiddle with it, because you're messing up the back tested data. Then you discretional trading. Might as well just go trade it yourself.
You know what? I'm gonna pull this up quick, dude. You know the guy, Jim Simons? I
do. Yes.
He is the number one. Let me just pull this up. I don't have it up here, but we're gonna publish it to the Edgeful blog, to the Stay Sharp. But actually, let me see if I have it on my Twitter right now. I'm just gonna pull this up quick because like it's actually, I think it is pretty important to pull up. Let me just do this quick. Just give me a second, because articles. Yes. Okay. So. Okay, so here, this is on the Edgeful Twitter. I'll make it a little bit bigger, but this is on the Edgeful Twitter. This is an article that was published, and it's about Jim Simons, the man there's a book about him, the man who solved the market. This guy, absolutely insane, consistent returns. One of the things that's actually nuts is his medallion fund has outperformed like literally any hedge fund in the world. It's not even close. Like, he is the number one, like he's the top guy. If you had put in $1,000 into the medallion fund in 1988, it would be worth $400 million. $1,000 to $400 million in 2018. One of the things that he says, and I'm sure that anyone who has like follows like trading accounts online, he says, you never disagree with what the computer says. All he does is exclude. There's zero discretion in the medallion fund. It is all like fully algos, fully automated. And he says, you cannot backtest how the traders are feeling in that day. Yes. So you need to let the computer do what it needs to do. You cannot mess around with the profit targets or the stop losses or adding or reducing position size in the middle of a trade. Literally, the greatest quant trader in the history of all time says that is the number one error that you can make, is mess around with what the computer says. Even if you think that the trade is insane, you cannot do it, because you can't backtest the emotion of the people that were monitoring the trades. So yeah. And don't take it from me, take it from him.
Yeah, I mean, also, I must say, like, to kind of like wrap this section up. Yeah. If you are not making money trading, try edgeful out for 1 quarter and see if it changes your trading. Especially now that the automation's in play. Yeah, you can go about your day, go about your life, automate your trading, and let's see if it changes. Because I think also, like, for example, for me, I love discretional trading. I'm making money from it. Not everyone, trading is tough, bro. Not everyone's going to make money trading, and that's okay. Yeah. But now we have things like edgeful with the automation, where you can actually backtest your data and actually let it do its thing. And if you can't continue doing the same thing over and over again and continue to expect different results, it's not going to happen. So give it a go for 1, 2, 3 months, and if it hasn't changed your trading, then I don't know. It won't be that way, but like, I don't know what to say.
Honestly, there are people that it will be that way. Like, and I'm not saying that everyone's going to make it, right? But if you put in the effort, you're just like the stat, and this is one of the last things that I'll say, but like the people always hear 90% of traders fail, 95% of traders fail. 90% of people fail at anything. This has nothing to do with trading. If you want to start a business, 90% of businesses fail. I think that the amount of businesses that get to like $1 million in revenue is like 5%. Like there's only like 5% of like businesses in the US that actually get to $1 million in revenue. Like there is, it is so small, bro. Like
I started off. When I was playing professional rugby, I started off my my degree with the 10 guys that were in my year that started degrees. Sorry, there was 11 guys.
Yeah,
I was the only one to finish. The only one. Now that's less than 10. That's less than 10%. So I agree. It's not only trading. It's only it's everything in life. Stuff's hard, and even with these algos, you can't just put on the default settings and expect, oh, let me just connect my account. You have to optimize you have to optimize. Okay, build
every month is my recommendation for the optim. Yeah, every month is you should go and optimize it.
I agree. So there's it, guys. You know, we're giving you edgeful, giving you a way to make money with you not even having to watch the charts. So you can be at work, go about your day, and you can be making $200-300 a trade on your prop firm accounts or personal trading accounts without even having to push a button.
Exactly, bro. You're perfectly said. I don't have anything to add to that.
I know. That's why I think, as I said, like I work with traders on a daily basis, dude. It's sometimes trading is tough, bro. Just as you said, like anything in life. But sometimes when a trader just cannot handle the emotions and over trades and over position sizes and blows through accounts, you're better off using the automation. I think this is why edgeful came out with this. So
100%. Yeah, the most requested feature. Most requested feature in 2025. It's not even close. Is the automation, because they're like, I don't trust myself. I mess around with the trades too much. I need you to just do it for me. And we literally just built it because we were like,
dude, you literally, fine. All you need to do now is literally just put the back test your algos, get the settings that you like that make sense for you, let it do its thing. Exactly. I just want to go over one thing that I do like about edgeful as well. So let's just just from a discretionary point of view, because I actually made some money shorting ES today. We can see Apple, Amazon, Microsoft got the Mag 7 stocks. Look how we're quite mixed here. We got kind of like a mixed bag across the board. So that's why we have seen price be very, very choppy. You can see NQ, we got a nice orb long. My algos did their thing. But I'm from a discretional point of view, this is where I'm now that the longs have worked out. We reached 0.5 R of the target. So you can actually see it goes 57, 58 points today. So call it 25 points that we need to get. There we go. 27 points that we got the 0.5 R. But from a discretional trading perspective, we are failing to move above this level. I might look for shorts back down this side from a discretional point of view thing. But again, that's why I think I don't mess around with my algos. I could take a loss on my algos, but win on from a discretional trading perspective. It doesn't matter to me. That's why I set up the risk like that to diversify. But that screener helps me just see what the hell the market is actually doing. And I really like it. You can see you can add your the 12 tickers there, the Mag 7 stocks, QQQ, SPY, ESN. So on top of the algos for $299 a month, the normal edgeful without the algos is $50 a month, correct? Andre, $50 a month. And then there's $250 a month with the algos. So you on top of that, you can still have stuff that help your discretional trading. For me, that I'm going to trade discretionary and with the algos, you have the best of both worlds here. And I think this screener, I know, has been, you told me, Andre, the last time on a call, you're like, dude, just leave the Watson play, everything like that. Just use the screener. This has been helping me so much because I can actually see we got no news today. And also we have a little bit of a mixed bag across the board. I'm actually on screen here. I'm actually going to take a NASDAQ short here on some of my instant accounts. So I'm actually going to take a short here. So this will be kind of fading the orb. But remember that the orb's already worked in my
It's already done. Yeah, that's the important piece.
So I'm going to take a short here. Let's just go like that. Stop at the highs. We'll just sell that. We'll see how this plays out. I would be looking to target opening range low. Let's see how it plans out. But the orbs have already worked out. That's I think that quite the important piece to note.
Dude, the one last thing that I'm going to say is that I actually have not been talking about the screener enough, and I realized that recently because if you boil down, like, what is the screener? What is the edgeful screener? If you boil it down all the way down, it gives you a data-backed bias every single day based on what the major market movers are doing.
Great.
So there are 4 reports that you can look at. Based on all of what the major market movers are doing, it will tell you either to be bullish, bearish, or like today, the mixed bag. Almost universally, when there is that mixed bag, when it's red and green and bullish and bearish, and there's not one like consensus across the board, are almost always going to be those choppy days that you wish you just didn't trade. How do you know that a choppy day is coming? When the edgeful screener is red and green, there's no clear direction. That means either size down, paper trade, or don't trade at all.
Great.
That's like one of the biggest hacks for traders to determine their bias is the edgeful screener. It's like the best and most like easiest to understand tool when you are when you're trying to like figure out what direction price is going to go today.
Yeah, and this is why actually, so from my discretional trading perspective, I'm seeing we are failing to get higher on this move back up, trying to get back above VWAP. And I'm just like, listen, I'm going to take like a failed breakout trade. We're failing to break out with the orb for the second or third time. I'm going to trade back towards the opening range low. That's just from a discretional trading perspective. And why does that kind of help me? Because we are kind of mixed bag across the board. Nothing's here is telling me, geez, dude, this continue. We're ripping all day. Price action along. That's why I personally like the discretional trading along with the automation. But do both. Dude. Just because there's 100%. Automation, don't say, oh, well, I'm not going to do the automation because I'm making money trading. Do both. It makes sense. And you got the back test. For someone that loves backtested data, personally, I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, I'm going to trade all the algos because I want to add a piece to my portfolio, right? But for someone that like loves, like, okay, this is how much I'm going to risk, is the algos are for you, and I think that there's no, you don't have to ask questions because they write the answers are right in front of you, as we've shown you on screen here today. But
bro.
Yeah, if there's no more questions in the live chat here, we've got quite a few people watching. I think we can actually call it here today. I'll see how the rest of my trade works here on NQ Shorts. I'll keep you updated. But we are now trading from a discretional perspective. We are trading underneath the New York session VWAP. We're trading back inside that opening range. So let's just see if we can get a little bit of a slide. And we'll take it from there. Something that's really, really neat. And look at this. This is also quite nice. Look, YM actually had a nice orb break down today to the downside. So yeah, I think we can call it there. But have a good rest of the day, guys. And then again, I'm actually always in the edgeful Discord. You guys know that, for pre-market prep every single day, Wednesday through to Friday. And then I actually wasn't there this morning as well. So just stay tuned. And we'll see you guys there. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.